Everyone. Get in here. Get your butt in here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me over here at Teahive Book Club YouTube channel. I'm so excited for this channel, and I really, really cannot wait to see its growth. I know all things takes its time, but I'm super duper excited to see the growth of this channel for real, for real. Okay, so y'all, let me tell y'all what's been going on. Some it's been some stuff. It's been some stuff, man. It's been some stuff, man. It's been some stuff. I Something recently happened to me. Um, Something recently happened, and it's so crazy. I kind of didn't want to say anything, but I was like, you know what? Sometimes you have to testify about things, and you gotta let people know, what's been going on, and you gotta keep it 100 and just share that space that you in, that you so, you know what I mean, grateful about. Before I do that, there's this excerpt I'd like to read you. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. Okay, I'm outside, y'all. I don't know if y'all can tell. For those of y'all who play this back who haven't fallen through yet, I'm super duper outside and been out here for a minute. I went to a job interview this morning. I was supposed to go to it the other day. Y'all won't believe this. So I was supposed to go to this job interview the other day, and unfortunately, somebody decided that they wanted to hold hands. Hi, Sam. I'm glad that's you, because I didn't want to be talking to a complete stranger. So I'm glad that was you. Um, Somebody decided that they wanted to come hold hands and explain how much they love me and don't want to lose me and this, that, and the other. And like it went into the time of that I was supposed to go to the interview, but the boss was so gracious that he actually rescheduled it for today. So I was able to make it today. It's informal, so it was okay with me being dressed, like, just regular t-shirt, jeans and stuff. I'm okay, which is a good thing. I needed that today to just be able to do whatever. Now I'm about to make a little bit of money, but other than that, yeah. So, and everything legal, of course, definitely, always. Okay. Um, but some people just be talking. Sometimes people just talk. They might say, I love you. I don't want to lose you. I need you. I need you, right? And then after they say that, they might go right back to doing what the hell they was doing before. I'm just saying. So, I gotta explain something to y'all about that, but I wanna tell y'all, like, you never know the way God works. So this is for y'all who don't know. So I got with this guy, right? And this guy is somebody that I knew, know, whatever. It don't matter. I don't know the man no more. Got with the guy or whatever. Moved out to California with the dude, and we were supposed to be together out here. But then he started acting different towards me. Like, we started having different situations, and we started bickering, arguing about different stuff. And he started acting different, like he couldn't hold on. So this whole time we're looking for a place, and mind you, I have my daughter with me, and he's like, I would like a 2-bedroom house with a garage, but he don't have 2-bedroom house income, and neither do I. So I felt like that was delusional. So I'm like, let's just get an apartment anywhere. But we end up bickering and arguing so much that we can never settle down to get an apartment. And the one application that he filled out, he put his son's name on it, like, because we've been arguing so much. So this person been treating me bad, and I've been trying to hold on. And guess what? Right when I let go, guess what I got? A blessing, a big one, a big blessing, a big blessing. And it's from a familiar source, so I don't have to worry about certain things that come along with um, being by myself, just with me and my daughter. And if things um, for me financially are offset, which obviously y'all can see I'm rising, but if they are for me financially offset ever, I don't have to worry about that. And that's a blessing for me. So I'm going to be a blessing, because I know that I'm about to jump right back on. I see God doing stuff in my life that's got me so motivated. I'm like, I'm about to jump back on. But it's crazy, because I was just telling my VIP Hive, like, if in fact this person would have just treated me right, they would have had what they asked for. but they didn't treat me right. And it just so happens that God gave it to me right as me and this person decided to break up. And that's crazy. God just gave it to me, like, here you go. I'm gonna just give this to you just because I see you, my child. You know what I'm saying? Type time. So, and I'm okay with having this type of blessing by myself. I've had an 8-bedroom house before by myself. So I'm okay with having this type of, yeah, yes, 10 May. Yes, but I've had an 8-bedroom house by myself that I stayed in, all by myself with me and my daughter. So I'm definitely not going to stand in the way of my blessings. It's not a, it's not a brag. It's not none of that because it's a blessing for me, you know, and just even the fact that it is there is such a blessing. Well, I'm glad to hear you getting back on your feet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really feel like I need this blessing, but also I need to never, not ever be unhumble about it. You know what I mean? I need to make sure that I remain in humility at all times about this blessing. And because it's big and it's not even something that is that's in my control, that's being done in my control. It's God and how he's moving and who he's moving through, the person that he's moving through. I'm so grateful. I'm like, oh God, it's not a man. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I don't want to need to do anything through a man and things end up like they ended up right now. I'm in California. This person just basically abandoned me out here with my child. I don't really talk to my family out here yet. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yes, I have other niggas out here. I'm from California. You have to remember that my baby daddies live out here. So yes, I have other niggas and niggas that I'm talking to or that want to talk to me out here. But as far as like, and I have family out here, but you know what I mean? My family is doing their shit and doing their own thing. That I'm not their responsibility as a older woman with a child and with children to take care of. So that definitely wasn't helping me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't helping at all. But I am so glad for this blessing. It just makes you wonder, like, damn, had this person just stopped and chilled the fuck out, they would have gotten everything they wanted. Ain't that crazy to y'all? Okay, let me read this excerpt because after all, this is Teahive Book Club. Okay, and in this excerpt, hold on, y'all, because I'm outside. I gotta find. All right. Okay. So it says this is from The Quiet Leaving, okay? The morning light crept across the kitchen tiles, touching everything she once called home. The smell of his coffee lingered, bitter and warm, the same way he always liked it. She stood by the counter, her hand resting on the suitcase she packed after midnight when the house was finally quiet. There had been years of laughter here, tiny shoes by the door, drawings taped to the fridge, soft murmurs after the children were asleep. But lately, every word between them had carried the weight of goodbye. She glanced towards the hallway where their son's toy truck still sat, forgotten. Her throat tightened. This was not how she imagined her life would split. No dramatic ending, no villain to blame, just two people worn thin by silence. She wanted to hate him, but she couldn't. He was still the father of her babies, the man who once traced circles on her wrist when she couldn't sleep. And that was the hardest part, knowing love could still ache inside her even as she walked away from it. When she finally stepped outside, the cold air caught her breath. The sun hadn't fully risen yet, but she could already see the road stretching ahead, lonely, uncertain, but hers to take. Clock that. Clock that. That was good. Lonely, uncertain, but hers to take. Okay, this was about a story about a woman who had to walk away for herself, for her mental health, for, you know what I mean? This obviously wasn't my story. I mean, obviously, because I don't have any children by whoever I was just with. But I've been in this circumstance before with Rihanna's father, with his ass. Let me tell y'all something. My baby daddy is so mad that I just had to put him on child support. He's pissed off. But baby, I'm gonna need some extra help if you don't want to be on child support. And it's just really just that simple. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Sometimes we have to do things as women or as men, because I know a lot of single fathers, for the mental health and stability of our own lives. And if people can't understand that, that is their fault. That's what they have going on. And that's on period. Like, it's not about nothing else but that. But anyway, y'all, I'm in this place and I am about to go make a little bit of dough right quick because I really, 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 really need it. Have you guys been watching the poetry and stuff that I've been posting? Are you guys enjoying the way that the book club is going? Y'all know I have other visions for this channel and I'm bringing them slowly to fruition. But are you guys enjoying the way that the book club is going? This is my storytelling channel. And so that's why I decided to merge over me vlogging about my life over on this side of YouTube, because I want to make sure that I'm still doing me. And I was thinking, like I was saying, if I just want to be live, I'll just go live on TikTok. It's just that simple. I'll just go live on TikTok. But I just want to see and make sure that things are going well, and that you guys are liking where the channel is headed. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section or whatever. What did you guys think about what I read? Like, I know that people are out there able to relate, baby, because I'm not the only one, and she not the only one with her baby daddy going through problems. But I'm gonna tell you guys on some real shit. For the next year, I'm finna be single. I don't want nobody to um to infiltrate. It's only one person, and he know who he is. That I was supposed to be with him anyway when I came to California. This is the person that I was planning to be with the whole time I was in prison, and then I got out and ended up with Bruce. So yeah, that's the only person that I will be with in the next year. And after that, and if it's any after, I really, really don't want to deal with it. And I'm okay with dealing with this person slowly. I don't want to do anything fast anymore, because you end up in these situations like this woman describing her this excerpt from this book, or situations like I'm in, where I've just been completely, totally abandoned and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this N word. You know what I mean? I say it all the time. Like, we went through our teens, we went through our 20s, our 30s. You choose when we in our 40s to get to acting stupid. I don't know. I guess people don't get smarter when they get older, but at least we would hope that we would get wiser. Somebody once told me, they said, hold on. Somebody told me, they said, he's a nice guy, but he's not a wise guy. And I was like, why would I want a wise guy? Because it reminded me of, what was it? Like those Italian wise guys. Like, they're like, oh, you think you're a wise guy, huh? It reminded me of that. So I was like, why would I want a wise guy? But that ain't even what the person meant. I didn't have enough wisdom, so much so that it went over my head. You have to have wisdom. You have to make moves wisely in your life, or you end up in situations like I ended up in. And I used to get mad and be like, say certain things. And now, I did recently. Hey, Beauty Within. I got mad and said some things, but my whole thing is, that I said this the other day, the filter alone that you have from your mouth is such a big deal, and it represents so much. So sometimes I step out of line, but most of the time I'm watching that. Hold on. Truly Purple Plush. I love that. Hey girl, hey, haven't seen you in a while. It's great to catch you on live. Yes, honey, I'm back. I've been uploading lives every day on this channel, and I've been doing my tea on True Diamond Tea, Brew, and Talk. I gotta remember the name of my channel. I had to change the name. Not that it helped. Hopefully it do soon. But yeah, girl, I decided to merge my vlog channel onto Teahive Bookclub because it's a storytelling channel. And since I'm telling stories about my life and stuff like that, then yeah, since I'm sharing, and then I'm, my interest in books and poems, honey. Yes, yes, please make sure you sub. But yeah, I was saying, like, for the next year, if I'm not with this one person that I was supposed to be with, honey, I am going to be single. It's called Truh Diamond. So Truh Diamond, Tea Brew, and Talk. Tea Brew and Talk. I've been missing you, girl. I've been missing the lives. How many channels do you have so I can subscribe? Ooh, I have a lot. I have a lot of channels. I think you have to look in my description box. So I have Teahive Movie Night, Teahive Book Club, The True Tea Law and Crime, um, Truh Diamond Tea Brew and Talk, and then I have my backup channel, Truh Diamond's backup channel, Truh Diamond's Tea backup channel, I think it's called. There's a lot of them. There's a lot. My music channels, and then I have channels y'all don't know about yet. Cause yeah, those ones. So yeah, but I got you. I'll look them up. I keep missing you live. Well, I'm glad you caught me on this live, girl. I'm so glad. I just got a super duper blessing, y'all. Okay, so look. Hi, Pink Sugar. Hi, baby. Okay, so listen. This is what I was saying in the beginning of the video, y'all. I was messing with that dude. You know which dude I'm talking about, right? And he was like, the whole time we've been out here, we're supposed to be finding a place together. He wanted a house, though. We didn't really have house money, but I was willing to look and see what we could do because he had got these checks throughout those 3 months that we were like kind of like not together, and it looked like he was making a grip of fucking money, right? On paper, even though I know he wasn't. But when you gotta pay like the rent and a half, when you have to have twice or 3 times worth of rent in California, you have to make that much. So it looked like he was making that much, and we would have been able to pay it. But at the end of the day, it would have had to come together seamlessly, and it didn't because we started bickering and arguing and shit, right? He started treating me scandalous. Anybody that, even up until, let me tell y'all something, because y'all know I'm not shy to say it. Even up until yesterday, he was like, I called him. He was like, my phone died. I was like, he said my phone, my phone broke. I just answered the phone right now. It just let me answer right now. I'm like, okay. He like, where are you? I'm like, I'm gonna be at the storage. He like, I'm gonna meet you up there in an hour and a half. This dude never fucking shows up, doesn't call, doesn't show up, anything. When I tell y'all, I got so fucking mad that the other dude that I was supposed to be with, he called me and tried to talk to me, and I was so mad and depressed and like, just motherfucker, right? That I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to talk to anybody for the rest of the day. So I literally went in the house, went to sleep. Like, yeah, we are Beauty Within. So I went in the house, went to sleep. And I didn't even, you know what I mean? I called him again, and then I seen that he was on his phone. So your phone couldn't be broken if you're steadily on it. So I was just like, fuck that. I didn't call no more. Haven't called today or none of that shit. But even up until yesterday, this person been treating me just janky. All of a sudden, he obviously has someone that he's, dealing with, which is fine. That's fine. So, but at the end of the day, don't be fake. Like, don't sit me down in a park and be like, oh, I want to be with you so bad and all this stuff, and I don't want to lose you. Don't do that when you know that you're faking it. Or at least you mean it, but you just a habitual liar. You a bitch. But anyway, so you a liar. But anyway, so this whole time he's been yelling, I want a house, I want a house. Why the fuck, as soon as my heart was truly really kind of like just over it and done with it, why did I get such a big blessing? And I'm not trying to, I want to make sure that I'm not bragging and that I make sure I remain humble. The person that God used to bless me is a blessing within itself. It's not a situation where I have to deal with any man or any person that I feel like is going to try to take advantage of me or anything. And I have a 3-bedroom home to myself. When I tell you I don't need any person to be there with me that would ever, and see, God saved my soul. He saved me again. And people don't be seeing the way that how he do it. But I want to make sure that I illustrate and that I let you guys know exactly how God works with me and what the things that he does, and how I just be like mind blown, like, damn, you waited until until I saw some shit that I needed to see, and then was like, okay, there you go, baby girl. Boom. It's just you and yours. Make that happen. And I'm going to make it happen to somebody that you trust and love. That loves you genuinely. That's not a man. That is a woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just such a blessing. I'm so grateful. But it just goes to show, like, and I was saying, if this man would have just had some type of decency to treat me decently, he would have had the things that he wanted. But he doesn't. He can't. He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it in him. And I'm glad and I'm grateful and I'm happy. And I'm not going to let nobody take my joy from me. Yesterday, shit, I almost, boy, shit. Let me see. Sam I am said, I feel it. I was with my child's father 15 years. We've been apart 4 years. He recently came back using God and asking me to marry him, only to find out he was playing in my face again. I'll never go backwards. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. You know what? And it's crazy because these dudes will have a whole full breakdown and be crying and be like, baby, I love you. I don't want to lose you. And all this stuff. I am not cheating on you. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And they'll even get mad. They'll get angry with you, you know, and knowing that they're lying through their teeth. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. That's why we two different species. Okay, I'm back. I'm already subscribed. Okay, cool. But again, I didn't get a notification. Oh, that's okay, Melissa. Some people can't get out of their own way. And that's crazy because you know what he told me? He said, I feel like I'm being punished for all of the past decisions that I made. And I was like, do you feel like I'm a part of those past decisions? And he said, no, this has nothing to do with you. But my whole thing is this. I've watched him make some decisions that have left me gobsmacked. Like dealing with the cokehead girl as long as he did. Once you found out that that girl was on coke, you should have left, but instead you did it with her. Help me understand why that is okay to do. And how does that, like, you might as well go just be with, y'all probably got a codependent drug habit thing going on. I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I'm so confused and lost. Listen, all I know is crazy. Okay. Now the new chick got him a warrant. Well, that's usually the way that it happens. Trauma bonding is real. Gaslighting and trauma bonding is real. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And let me tell you something. Oh my God, this person would gaslight me so bad, y'all. It got to the point where, okay, he jumped down this dude's throat for touching me on my arm, but this naked girl in this small ass dress kept bumping into him. And instead of him doing what he did and going off and being, he decided that he wanted to make it a thing between me and him instead of understanding that it made me upset. I want to know why the fuck he was looking at the girl. Even when we was about to leave, he was hugging his cousin and the girl was standing in front of his cousin. And I was standing behind him and he hugging his cousin like this and the girl is right here. And he talking about, I didn't see her. Really? Because everybody there saw her. Is he a train wreck waiting to happen? That's not even a question. It ain't waiting to happen. It's happened. It's happened on both of our behalves. On both of our behalves. But that's why I'm just grateful that I got my blessing and he's got his. They're not meant to be mushed together. And that's one thing that I truly realized. And I'm okay with it. At first I was tripping. I'm like, this motherfucker wants to fuck somebody. I don't want to think about you sticking your penis in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I was really upset about that. But now I'm like, you know what? I don't care what you're doing with yourself. It don't belong to me. It ain't my motherfucking problem. Because it's community dick. At this point, it's just going wherever the fuck the wind blow. At this point, you ain't standing on nothing. You ain't standing on no boundaries or no morals with your woman and making sure that you make shit work. So you just gonna be bouncing the fuck around because that's what you choosing to do. So mo bounce to the ounce. You know what I'm saying? Bye. And that is just that simple. Like, my whole thing is the playing games and shit. Congrats to you and your blessing. God is good. Absolutely. The way God moved so swiftly on this one, because he blesses me a lot. A lot. But God moved so swiftly on this one that the shit is crazy. Right. Past that. I was trying to keep it out the camera, y'all. My bad. My bad, y'all. Sometimes we can block our own blessings because we can't let go. I've learned when you let go and grow, God will bless you accordingly. And He did. And it's crazy. And He did. And it's crazy. And it's wild. The way that it was done was so wild. And even when I tried to make it work, I seen an excerpt the other day. I read it. I forget which story time it was, but the person was saying some roads are meant to walk alone. It's not meant for you and the person that you think it's meant for. And some of those roads alone lead you to the biggest blessings. Even he himself said, I said, I don't want to be alone all the time. Da da da. Like because he started being distant and shit. And even he was like, when you're alone, you handle so much business. I'm like, naturally. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do naturally. But I don't just want to sit there and just be alone. Like what? Hold on, y'all, cause my bun did not go out. I gotta try to smother this thing now. Didn't go out, and it's in my jar, and it's lit. So now I gotta put the top on it and see if in a few minutes if it goes out, and I hope it does, cause in my glass jar. But yeah, I didn't appreciate certain things like I would want to get my nails done and my eyebrows done, and it would be like, oh, you want your nails done so that you can feel some type of way about yourself. What is that energy? What is that? That was crazy. Like, what was that energy towards me? You know what I mean? That to me, that was, I don't know what type of demonic, you don't want me to feel good about myself energy that was. You're a woman and you would like your nails done. I would like my nails to be clean and done and designed, and like, I can't, it's hard for me to keep my nails clean when they're just not done, and it just is what it is. And my baby daddy, I think so, Beauty Within, I think he might be jealous of me. My baby daddy, both of them would always keep me a certain way, like definitely kept my nails done. I can't always say my daughter's father did, but for sure. And here's the thing, I was with my boy's father, left him for my dad, my daughter's father, and then I left my daughter's father for my boy's father again. So I pretty much been with the same two men, three men, including his ugly ass, because he was always the snake in the grass coming to get me, fuck my heart up, send me back home, just like he's doing now. But he was doing best friend things back then. We weren't heart involved type of shit back then. It was just like we were doing what we were doing. He was my boyfriend several times, but it wasn't that. This wasn't that. I definitely didn't give a fuck about him. That's why I said something wrong with me. Girl, let me tell y'all something. I went to go schedule a therapy session. I'm scheduling a therapy session because when in the fuck did I ever fall in love with Bruce? That is crazy. He's sending off clear vibes. He is jealous. Leopard don't change his spots. Right. Girl, accusing me of taking stuff out of his wallet. Girl, pictures and stuff, like cards and stuff. What the fuck are you talking about? That's the craziest shit ever. Girl, was the craziest shit ever. Ever. Girl. Oh, you isolate me from my family. Like, no, I was at your family house with you. What are you talking about? It had to be the sex. It was the sex, and I think that's what bothered me about having to deal with the fact that we're no longer doing that. That he's giving it to someone else. There is someone else, and he's giving it to that person, and so I have to deal with that. I looked at his Facebook post the other day, and he was basically like, I now see my blessings coming, and this, that, and the other. And it said, sometimes God don't bless you until you can hold on to it. And then he said, I now see mine, or some shit like that. And it was just very much so sad. Narcissistic behavior, very much so indeed. It was just sad. And I was just like, Wow, this is a person who blew through $20,000, didn't even get an apartment, lived in an RV for 2 years, sleeping in his car in a park, all kinds of shit, depending on your mama for meals, this, that, and the other, working in and out jobs, haven't worked a real job in years, receiving $2,000, $2,200 from the VA a month, and you're making it seem like you just some big old prize driving your little raggedy ass little car. And mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way that you want to live your life, cool. But don't treat people badly. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what a person. And see, me, I'm a person that I'm going to do what I do. Like anybody who knows me knows that I'm going to do what I do. So I mentioned to him I want to get a car. No, you can't get no car. If you want to get a ride somewhere, you let me know this, that, and the other. So I can't get a car. No, all the money we need to go towards the place. It, this is delusional. If all we have is $2,200 and you want a house, you want a 2-bedroom house, that's gonna be a good 24 to $3,000. Okay, you get 2,200. Let's say I get on the county and I get 700, 800. That still is not 2.5 times the rent. How are we going to pay bills? How are we going to, what if the car breaks down? What if, you know what I mean? Like, what? No, it's delusional. It's delusional. I think that he needs him someone who already has what he's looking for and not someone who is in the process of trying to build their life. And it's unfortunate, but that's the place that we came into each other's lives at. I only wish that he would have said to me that he was not prepared to fully do that, because what he was saying to me was, baby, I'm here. As long as you here, we here. I got you. As long as you in a situation, I'm in a situation. We're finna find somewhere to stay. We're gonna do it, baby. It's gonna come together. Da 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 da. And then you fill out an application and we get into a little argument, not a fight, not a nothing, just a little tiff, a little argument, a little disagreement. You fill out an application and put your son's name on it. It's diabolical. It's diabolical. And I got to the point where I just stopped filling out applications. I just, in the middle of one, I was just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna finish this shit. Like, that's the point it got to. It got bad. But as you guys can see, my heart is healing. Thank God. Whew. Because I just thought I was just going to be hurting forever. I'm so glad. I'm so glad trouble don't last always, guys. And, um, and so, yeah, now, so he's thoroughly delusional and would like you to live in a delusional world with him without your nails done. Yes, without my nails done, without a car, um, just all of those things. Believing that he's traveling for 3 days out of the city to go work on cars. Like, leaving for 3 days out of the city to work on cars is what, people? Diabolical. Definitely is. Sometimes you just gotta leave peacefully. You just gotta walk away, even though you love a person. And that's what the excerpt was about. I'm gonna read it one more time. Sometimes you just have to leave peacefully. I don't hate the dude. I told him I hated him on a text before, but I don't hate the dude. Do I wish any good on him? Not right now. Not right now. And I'm not gonna lie and say that I hope, wish you the best. No, no. Not right now. At this very present moment, I do not feel that way. But I'm sure that I will get to that point where I do. And that's a part of my healing process. But no, right now, I don't even want to say the things that went through my mind. It's that bad. All right. So, but I don't hate you though. All right. This excerpt is from The Quiet Leaving. The morning light crept across the kitchen tiles, touching everything she once called home. The smell of his coffee lingered, bitter and warm, the same way he always liked it. She stood by the counter, her hand resting on the suitcase she packed after midnight when the house finally got quiet. There had been years of laughter here, tiny shoes by the door, drawings taped to the fridge, soft murmurs after the children were asleep. But lately, every word between them had carried the weight of goodbye. She glanced towards the hallway where her son's toy truck still sat, forgotten. Her throat tightened. This was not how she imagined her life was split. No dramatic ending, no villain to blame, just two people worn thin by silence. She wanted to hate him, but she couldn't. He was still the father of her babies, the man who once traced circles on her wrist when she couldn't sleep. And that was the hardest part, knowing love could still ache inside her even as she walked away from it. When she finally stepped outside, the cold air caught her breath. The sun hadn't fully risen yet, but she could already see the road stretching ahead, lonely and uncertain, but hers to take. Period. That was so good, huh? That was so good. I love, I loved it. I loved it. The quiet leaving. And it's like, you know what? Maybe everything don't have to be closure. Maybe everything don't have to be rah, rah, rah. Maybe everything don't have to be all that. Maybe you just fucking walk the fuck away because you see visibly that God has better for you elsewhere. Visibly, you can see that because He's showing you it. Like, simple, you know? Um, Yet complex where the heart lies. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? What are we reading? I missed it. The Quiet Leaving. That was an excerpt from The Quiet Leaving. It was so, I love that so much. It was really good. And she was just like, I don't hate this person. I want to, because obviously we're going through some stuff and I'd love to walk away, without the pain that's aching inside of me. But that's not what this is. This ain't that. So sometimes you just gotta just walk the fuck away, leave quietly, and it's okay. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have to block a nigga on everything yesterday, y'all, to keep my mental health in check. Yesterday, let me tell y'all something. I got to the point where if a person would have said hi to me with too much attitude, I would have asked them, who the fuck are they saying hello to like that? Like, it got bad. You're welcome, Truly Purple Plush. Yes, I love that one. So, anyways, y'all, I don't feel like it, but I got to get up in here and handle this business in this building and get me some money. Just so y'all know, I'm broke. And I think that my my freaking Cash App is in the description box if you ever feel like you feeling froggy and wants to help donate. And yes, I will buy books with it, and I will do it in front of you. Okay, so you don't have to worry about me getting your money and going and buying weed and shit. I'm just going to buy books, and I will do it in front of you like I used to do, and like I will always do. All right, guys. And also, you can put the name of the book on the description line if you want to, if you ever just want me to read it. But first, I will have to reach out to the uh, the author of it, or if you just want me to read it and you're willing to join Patreon and stuff like that. I think I want to start reading for free on my website, y'all. It just have to be behind a certain wall. Like, what if one of my subscriptions was $1 and another one was like $2? Because there's different books that I read for different tiers on my website. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sending you all the blessings. Thank you. All right, y'all. Peace and love.